Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Rachel's Page Turners. Today is Wednesday, which means it is Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic is your top 5 favorite rainy day reads. And I guess the quick answer to this question is all the books. All of them are awesome rainy day reads. You can pick up any book and it'll be a lovely rainy day read, but then we wouldn't have a Top 5 Wednesday video. The first item that I have on my list isn't technically a read. It's not a book. It's actually a podcast. It's an audio drama, and I'm counting this towards this list because audiobooks are really popular now, and I feel like listening to an audio drama is pretty similar to just listening to an audiobook. The podcast in question is Wormwood. I did a review of this back in October. I'll leave the link to that video down below. That video also contains links for you to listen to the podcast for free. If you don't want to listen to the review, I'll leave the links down below for you guys anyways. Now, this podcast is just perfect for rainy days because Wormwood is like a mystery thriller. It's about a man named Xander Crow who has this vision of a drowned woman. So he goes to this town called Wormwood to investigate this vision. And while he's there, it's revealed that this monster called the Muddy Man is terrorizing the town. And I think this monster is just perfect because, you know, when it's raining, it's really muddy out. It's just the perfect monster for a rainy day because it just makes the afternoon really spooky. And I don't know about you, but I tend to overthink when it comes to creepy stuff. So if it's raining while I'm listening to this, not gonna lie, I just may keep my eye out for the Muddy Man. The next item I have on my list is The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. The whole story just starts off with a rainy day. It's absolutely perfect. These two kids, a boy and a girl, and of course I'm spacing on their names. I want to say Polly and Edward? I don't know. Well, anyways, these two kids are playing inside the house because it's raining outside, and they, just explore their home, and they realize that their two houses connect via attic, and so they cross over to the attic, and the boy goes into his uncle's workshop, or office rather, excuse me, and that's where they discovered that the uncle is a magician. He gives them these two rings, and these two rings have them like world hop, like dimension hop. So rainy day is what sparks their adventures. So I like to think my rainy day can spark an adventure for myself. Now, a couple years ago, I went to visit Scotland and England for 3 weeks. And while I was over there, it rained for the majority of the time. I always assumed that the raining was just a really bad stereotype, so I didn't pack anything for the weather. No rain boots, no jacket. I didn't even have an umbrella. Like, I had a hoodie I would wear because I brought a hoodie just in case I got cold. But let me tell you, it was not helpful. Not at all. So now whenever I think of rain, I think of London or Edinburgh. And of course, I had to pick a book set in London for this list. So I picked A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I don't even know if it rains in this book, but it's the association I made, so it's why I put it in this list. Now, of course, I didn't do any research for this either, kind of just to remind myself of certain things that happen in the book. But the basic premise is this. The story is set in 4 different Londons. There's Red London, White London, Grey London, and Black London. You can't travel to Black London. Black London is dead. White London is ruled by these really bloodthirsty tyrants. Red London is a land ruled by magic, and Grey London is our London. It's rather boring. And our London is really grey. I think calling it Grey London was rather apt. So obviously the majority of the story takes place in Red London. There's this guy who's a traveler, and he has this ability to actually dimension hop. And it's through his travels that he picks up an item from Black London, which is banned. And he gets into all these shenanigans. And it's actually through his shenanigans that he meets a girl, and the girl takes the item, I think, and even more shenanigans ensue. It was a really enjoyable read. I definitely recommend it. I know some people didn't, but I say if you have a chance, go and try it out. Now, another item on my list is Mistborn, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. And the title is pretty much why I chose it for this list. Mistborn is set in a world where people have the ability to push and pull metals. They can use these metals to fight. They can use these metals to, like, jump buildings. There's some metals that allow you to manipulate emotions, and there's other metals that kind of just give you like brute strength. And if you're a Mistborn, you actually have the ability to burn all these different metals. And people who are mistborn, they feel at home in the mists. The mists help their like burning ability. And that's just a cool thing to imagine while you're inside reading. You know, that there could be someone out there. At least I know there's not anyone out there, but you know, I like to pretend there could be someone out there just like hopping on the roofs. The actual story is based on a group of people trying to bring down a tyrant, but the overall world building is really awesome. Now, when I was a kid, when it was raining and thundering and lightning outside, all that noise was because God was bowling up in heaven. So when the weather outside gets a little rambunctious, I can't help but think of that. And so I had to pick a book that would somehow relate to this. And for that, I picked The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. The Lightning Thief is about a boy named Percy, who is the son of Poseidon. He lived the majority of his life not knowing who his father was, and he figures out his background because a monster tries to kill him while he's in class. So to keep him safe, he is sent to Camp Half-Blood, where he discovers the camp is full of other Half-Bloods like himself. Now it's at this camp that he is given a quest, and the rest of the book is just him going on this quest with a couple other people. And of course, true to form, I'm forgetting their names. Now I really enjoyed reading this first book. The second book not so much because I listened to it in an audiobook. And I think this series is just one of those series that I'm going to have to read instead of listen to. Because I'm pretty sure I would have enjoyed that second book had I not listened to it. So that was my Top 5 Wednesday for this week. What are some of your favorite rainy day reads? And if you're like me, please feel free to list anything that aren't necessarily reads, but you enjoy consuming on a rainy day, like horror movies, podcasts, what have you. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you in the next video. Bye guys.